Hey everybody, this is Kevin, and we're going to do a little something kind of interesting hopefully for you today. I went ahead and I made a scrolling text here, which is right here. Just wanted to create something that was a little bit more eye-appealing, so when you have visitors that come to your site, catch their eye a little bit. So what I want to do now is just show you how to create this, and so let's get started. When you get to this page, go down to Layout. Over here in the sidebar, what you want to do is add a gadget. And we're going to choose HTML. Hit that little button there. Now the question is, what do we put in here? So what we have to do is find the right code. Now this is going to be a little bit more complicated than what you can add on directly from hitting buttons on the site. So I'm going to take it step by step with you, so hang in there. Alright, so just go on Google and just type in Google search this right here, or anything with marquee code ought to bring up something like this. This is the code, or this is the type of code we want to use. We're scrolling upwards. Also, one other adjustment, we also want to have the ability to slow the speed. And you can see here's 3 examples of speeds. And so we're going to be using the speed control as well as the upwards control. First thing we're going to do is just go ahead and copy this. And we're going to come back and see what we get when we try it out. So hang in there for that. Here we are back at that little gadget box, and we're going to paste in that code and just save it, and we're going to take a look at it. Alright, so we've accomplished that. So now we have to go back and get some more code, so hang in there for that. Alright, so what we want to do is have the ability to control the speed that it scrolls. So we want to go back here to the very first one. It's going slow. And we're going to take and copy scroll amount equals 1. Alright, just going to copy that. Alright, so we're going to go right down to direction up to the right of it. Put a space in there and paste in that little bit of code we just took off there. And I'm going to save that and preview it. And now we got it going slow. Alright, so we've accomplished that much. Alright, now we're going to have 4 of these for each of the titles that I want to put in. So we're just going to drop this down. We want to space it out. So we're just going to put break. And we're going to grab this right here. Copy it, paste it down there, and we're going to go ahead and do that 2 more times. Alright, so now we have 4. We have to go ahead and change the titles. We go back to the little box where we have the code and where the text, your upcoming scrolling text goes here is. We want to just back that off there. Type in what we want. I'm going to do it in caps. And we're going to have to do that for the rest of them, so we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so now we have 4 different titles. We're going to just save it. And now we have the 4 different titles. Alright, so what else can we do to make it a little bit more eye-catching? Let's see. So what I think we'll do is add a little color to every other one, let's say. So right here where it says the second one, visitor counter, go right there, and I'm going to paste in a little bit of code. code is font color equals, in this case, yellow. It could be any color, red, blue, anything. And got to put a little arrow there. And at the end of the words that we want colorized, we don't have to close it, so we put the arrow slash, like in this case, font, and basically that will go ahead and change the color. Alright, so we'll do that with the other one, and that'll give us a little bit of more eye appeal. Alright, I added it to the second one, but I'm not really happy with the size of the text here for where it says upcoming video tutorials. So I'm going to try to figure out some way to change that. So what I'm going to do is place it in a different area. I'm going to go ahead and copy what I want it to say. I'm going to delete it from up there. And right above the very first title, I'm just going to paste that and paste in the title. Make sure they're not too close together. Break in there. And let's see how that looks. Alright, I think it needs to be a little bit bigger. I'm going to try something just a little bit different by putting H3. That's the code for the size of the lettering. If I put H2 in, it'd be a little bit bigger, and if I put H1, that would be the very largest. But this is H3. Hopefully it'll be just big enough, so we'll just save it. Anyways, I guess that would be about the best we can do on the size. And one way to make it stand out a little bit more is to go ahead and colorize it. So what I'm going to do is just copy the code for color, and right before the first letter U, paste that in and close it off. And instead of yellow, let's type in a different color. You can play around with that, but green is as good as anything. And let's take a look. Alright, well, if I find out a better color, I might change it later, but that's the gist of it. And the last thing I want to do is rearrange the order of it. So I want my Who Am I to be first. I'll just drag it up, and then I'll go ahead and save that arrangement. And now we'll take a look at it. Okay, so the first thing people see when they hit the site is going to be this, and they can see the scrolling text down below. That'll kind of hopefully catch their eye. And that's it for today, folks. Hope that was interesting. I hope you have a great day. This is Kevin saying goodbye. See you next time. Bye-bye.